How's it going, guys? I have a yeeeeehawwwww match. I had a lot of good battles come from the stream on Saturday and Sunday, mainly Sunday. Whew! Talk about a field day for those of you that were there. Saturday was hilarious, but Sunday was productive. And combining both of those led for a pretty good weekend of battles for you guys, and that's what I got going on the plate for you. So, first one from the stream actually happens to be the first match I decided to save from the stream, I think, which is against a guy by the name of AceWiiild, and we had a yeeeeehawwwww match. I brought some things. New thing on this team is a Choice Bandit Durant. It's so new, in fact, that I forgot to name it, and that bugs the shit out of me because I like nicknaming my stuff, and yeah, I'm really glad it didn't get much use in this game, but hey, we'll just talk about it when we get to it. So he leads off with Raikou. I'm going to go and lead off with Lead Roserade, who's got the sash. I'm sure you guys have seen this set before. But he goes for the extra sensory. Actually kind of a smart play because he can bring me down close to my sash and potentially flinch me with the extra sensory as opposed to going for the hidden power of choice if he does have it, which is probably just going to end up being ice if he has one. But I don't get the flinch and I don't miss my sleep pattern, so hey, shit works out. Lead Roserade doing what Lead Roserade does, putting something to sleep and attempting to take out its next thing. Now, this turn you might think is kind of weird, and I thought about it. I really had to think about why he went to Kingdra here, but if he was predicting me to predict Bronzong to come in, who would resist 2 out of 3 of my Roserade's moves, and, you know, predict the HP fire, he would go into Kingdra, which kind of makes sense. But even still, that's kind of just a completely far-fetched thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to justify him a little too much and he just kind of misclicked and tried to go with it. Whatever the case, Kingdra is now down. I still have Bronzong to worry about, but to be honest, Roserade really isn't the best thing to deal with Bronzong anyway. There are a million other things. Well, not a million, but there are plenty of other things in that tier that can handle it. Not really the Suicune, but I kind of want to say that Suicune does a better job at handling it than Roserade does, especially with the off chance that I might have Rest. I know Roserade sometimes does carry Rest, but that's beside the point. Neither of those things that I was just talking about, my Roserade or my Suicune, carry Rest. This is a new Suicune I wanted to try out. This is offensive Calm Mind, and as you can see, it's a shitty matchup because he's got Toxic and Protect. Now, I don't remember if I saw the Protect coming, but I figured that would be a good opportunity to Calm Mind again, and he ends up going for the Gyro Ball, whatever. So we learned his set. He's a Toxic Stalling Bronzong, whoop-de-doo, and I don't think he gets the double Protect on this one, but here I make a little bit of a risky play. I figured I might as well go for it, but he tries to go for the double, and it doesn't end up working for him, but I go for the HP Electric on the off chance he's going to bring in Azumarill to resist the Surf, and maybe he can preserve this thing for later to take a hit. That was not necessarily the case, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Bronzong, who should be... Not my Bronzong, what? I'm going to bring in my Zapdos to take care of Bronzong, and this is a different set of Zapdos. It doesn't really end up working out too much in this match either. I forget if this is physically or specially defensive, but it is a defensive Zapdos of some kind. I think this one happens to be physically defensive. That's the thing. So, T-Bolt's on the thing and the Heat Wave, and I figured, what the fuck, might as well just go for it. Kingdra's gone. I really don't have any reason not to go for it other than the Azumarill. But he brings in Raikou, and I think here is when I decided to show off why this Zapdos is so special. It's one of the XD Gale of Darkness Zapdoses, which actually happened to get Metal Sound. So it's going to lower his special defense, which is going to let me hit him with a... not really essentially +2 Heat Wave, but his defense is lowered. I figure I might as well try it, but he gets like the second turn wake on that one and drops a fucking Thunder on me. Now, the paralysis is irrelevant. I just was not expecting to take a Thunder because holy shit. I also was not expecting him to wake up second turn, which is why I kind of get greedy and go for another one, and I end up losing the Zapdos in the process. Not really the best way to show you guys this set, but hey, what the hell, I figure I might as well try it. Didn't end up working out. Maybe I'll get to use feedback later, who knows, but I've had it for a while and I figured I'd try bringing it out for one match. Okay, that's fine, but he gets a Volt Switch off, which is actually going to work in my favor because I get to send out something just based on what he sends in. Now, I don't know if he forgot that I had a Zoroark or he wasn't really expecting it to be Scarf. I would assume that he didn't expect my Zoroark to be Scarf, because sending in Machamp on a... Did I say Thundurus? No, Tornadus. I meant Tornadus in all cases, before, now, and after, when it's actually Tornadus. Okay, so the flinch there was actually kind of big, because it actually brings him down to a decent range, and it's going to prevent my Zoroark from getting killed, which is actually going to matter a little bit later, depending on how things panned out. You guys will see that. But I decided to bring in the real Machamp here to go ahead and try to take on this Hitmontop. Now, I see Sub, I'm just like, okay, I don't really see that too often. He's probably not a fully defensive set like I'm thinking he is. But whatever the case, I can just go ahead and sub up on him immediately after I take out his sub, see what he wants to do about Machamp, if he wants to go for Toxic or whatever. Turns out, counter does not work from behind a sub. I hadn't really had grounds to try to think about that, but I guess one probably could have looked it up on Smogon and seen if that worked. But he did not expect counter, or he did not expect sub on my behalf, which is he tries to go for another counter again. Interesting set, but it does not work out in this scenario because I'm able to go for the dynamic punch, and if he hits himself in confusion, then the counter does not work out in that scenario at all. I think he does end up hitting himself. Yeah, so he probably went for counter expecting to take a dynamic punch. So kind of sucks, but it's not like it's really going to do anything other than break my sub anyway, and I'm not too worried about it. So he tries to go for just a regular attack now, which I guess is a sucker punch. Not going to break my sub, thankfully, because unstab and not boosted in any way whatsoever. And I try to go for a thunder punch because I'm thinking he's going to try to go out into Tornadus to take the hit or whatever. I don't know. I was like, maybe thunder punch will clean him out from there in all cases and scenarios and whatnot. Turns out it doesn't, but he cleans himself off more or less at the end of the turn. He hits himself, and I just get to go for another thunder punch. So not a big deal right there because I still have my sub up at the end of the day / turn, whatever you want to call it. Scenario? Yeah, let's go with that. So he sends in his Azumarill. This thing is probably Choice Banded, I'm guessing, but I'm behind a sub, so I'm gonna get to go for a dynamic punch, get some confusion going on. And I'm pretty sure if he is Choice Banded, that a Choice Banded Aqua Jet is not going to take me out from full HP after lefties. So immediately after, just because of the raw fucking amount of HP I have, I'm gonna be able to go for another sub immediately after, assuming he does not hit him, or what am I trying to say? In all cases, I should be able to go for sub immediately after he hits me. So there's that. I do see how much that Aqua Jet does, and I should be good to go to set up another one on the off chance he doesn't hit himself. Now, you're probably saying, oh yeah, you're really lucky that he's hitting himself in confusion and whatnot. It's not really that hard to play sub Machamp when you get in a good scenario with it, to be honest. I've done this multiple times in the past, and I've actually uploaded a couple of times in the past. But sub Machamp just really fucking works for me. Holy crap. So Raikou's coming in with one main purpose in mind, and that is to Volt Switch. If I did not have my Zoroark from the turns earlier, let it be known that I would have substituted here. Just to be safe when the Tornadus came in. I don't mind playing that game because I've done it before against the Rotom Wash. You guys remember that match. But I get to just fucking Stone Edge it outright right now, and because I do still have my my Scarf Zoroark left, I have this left, and I have Durant left, and it's also because he's Life Orbed that I'm gonna let him take a little bit of Life Orb recoil to just get him in a good range to where I think Dark Pulse can take him out, because I know Raikou has a respectable special defense just stock unboosted, and I don't really know the rest of his set other than he's probably just all out offensive with Life Orb, which is a good set. It's not bad. So we got that. And I'm just going to go into Durant, which is, as I may or may not have mentioned earlier, Choice Banded, but it's going to end up dying. Oh, right here, fucking pointless turn. He misses Thunder, I miss X-Scissor owing to Hustle. And that was kind of funny, except for the fact that I just end up dying to a Thunder because Durant special defense really fucking sucks. But it does bring him down a little bit lower on the Life Orb recoil. I'm like, okay, you know what, Scarf Zoroark can probably clean out the game, and then worst case scenario, if it doesn't, he'll end up dying to Life Orb recoil. So there's that. Fortunately, I do. That flinch really did clinch it for me. I didn't want to spoil it, but you know, Tornadus didn't turn out to be as big of a threat after all, because I had to sub up and shit with Machamp. Anyways, I thought that was a fairly interesting UU game. I hope you guys did too. If you enjoyed it, you are more than welcome to leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, and do your thing. I'm going to try to be really good with uploads this week, barring yesterday. It was kind of a fluke, regular thing that happens. But hey, from here on, I can't say that I don't have material. I do have plenty of material to give you guys, and we're just going to chug along with the rest of this week. So I will see you guys tomorrow.